Hello everyone, welcome to Redo My Room with me. My room's very special. I really love having it up to date with me. That way it personally reflects me in a very true and unique way. This project has actually been in the works for a long time. Back in June, I painted with my mother. I started this video whenever my friend and I went to Walmart to pick out a bookshelf for my room. We went to McDonald's to get French fries. Apparently McDonald's doesn't start selling French fries until 11 o'clock. So when we got there at 10:54, they were not selling French fries. So next we went to Burger King. We got French fries from Burger King. We came home, put together the bookshelf. It actually took quite a bit of time. I'll go ahead and show you the process of putting together that bookshelf. After we put together the bookshelf, we obviously filled it up with things. It's cool to put books on a bookshelf, but it's cool to also display things that you love. I love displaying things that I love. That's like the whole point of my room. So that's what we did with the bookshelf as well. It got a lot of extra knickknacks and display items on it. So after putting together that bookshelf and putting everything on it, we went ahead and painted my closet door. I wanted it to be the same red color. I chose a color called Bordeaux and a color called Antique Parchment. After we painted the door, we came back in, we had lunch, and we put stuff back. There was a lot of stuff to put back, so I put away some decor. I put my piano back where it goes on this wall in between my two doors. I put my dresser back where it goes, put some things back on top of it, like my other record player, lamp, a disco ball. I put records back on my record shelf. I sort my records by artist alphabetically and by albums chronologically. So I'll put an artist where they go, and then if I have multiple of an artist album, like Olivia Rodrigo for example, I put Sour and then Guts, starting with their older stuff, moving forward to their newer project. I do not have a lot of records by most record collectors' standards, but I still have quite a few, so they have a designated place in my room. After putting the record shelf together and my room was kind of in its place, my friend went back home. Later that night, I put together a collage on my wall, right here in this corner by my bed. So that didn't last, but I did go ahead and put my bed together like I normally would. I invited my dad to come in here and put some screws up so that I could hang many items on my wall. I got this drawing, this painting over here secondhand. There's a piece of a 1960s Kansas City star. There's an old 10-inch picture disc that I framed. There's a thrifted cactus photograph. I hung this nice mirror here over on the wall above my record player. I've always wanted a nice shelf to display records on. I chose the 6 count because it felt like a nice middle ground, not too many, not too few. But that kind of leads us to where we are today. I've almost finished. There are just some finishing touches that I'll do before I give you all a tour. I did a new collage. I updated it. I made it more condensed and added a lot more to it. That's kind of it though. This 2-month-long process is coming to a close, and very soon I will be able to redo my room off of my summer bucket list. Well, if there's nothing else, I suppose I could give you a tour. Do you guys maybe want a tour? I think a tour would be nice. Let's do a tour. I'm sure you're here for the tour. I mean, I was just about to go for a walk, but I guess we have time. Come in. So this is my room. I've been working on it for 2 months and I finally I've always liked the way it was, but now I really like the way it is. So I guess it is fit for a tour. This is definitely a very important corner. Not every corner in my room is important to me, but this is a very relaxing place to be in this giant recliner that takes up a lot of space and has 2 blankets despite it being 100 degrees outside. It's important to relax, so that's what I've got there. I've got a lamp, that way I can light my life up as I'm in this corner. Right here is my record station. I have all my records down here, record player, amp, and record display. I cannot tell you how many times over the past 2 months I wanted to just take all of the records down and put different ones up just for a change of vibe. But I was like, no, I've got to wait till I film the tour. I've got to wait till I film the tour. So once I finish this, I can finally change them and have a different vibe for the record display. A good thing about this record display is that I can just change it up and it's not weird, because if you ask any of my friends, they'll tell you that they bully me because every time they come to my house, I've changed something in my room, like I've got a new piece of furniture or I've completely changed it. So this is a way to change it without doing anything crazy, because whenever you have an easy to display record display like this, it's not a crazy thought to change it. I will point out the bookshelf. I do have it in a very impractical rainbow order, but it looks cool. And so what? I know every single one of the books on my bookshelf, so it doesn't matter that the Harry Potter books aren't right next to each other. If I'm looking for one of them, I can find it just as fast, okay? Leave me alone. I will let you know, just to appease some of you, I put Hunger Games and Catching Fire right next to each other, so if you really are bothered that much, I have one of the series that I own right next to each other. Up here, I really love this clock. I got it thrifting last week, and I thought I was pretty much done buying things for my room, but apparently I wasn't, because when I saw that clock, I was like, I don't care that it doesn't work. Neither do any of the other clocks in my room. I have 3 clocks that don't work, but what's it matter? I've got a watch, I've got a cell phone, even my TV tells me the time. So I wasn't too worried that it didn't work. I got it, and now it's on display. Up here's my plant. This is Simon. He's one of my pothos. I guess over here, this is my bed. I don't really like that I'm sitting in it in street clothes, so I might have to wash all of it now, because I've got my shoes on and everything, and these are like the dirty, dingy Converse, so I might need to wash my bedding. This is my bed. It's really cozy. It used to be, I had a different bed frame and it was closer to the ground and it looked really good, but now it's a little bit higher. I still don't know for sure how I feel about it, but now I can shove a lot more stuff under there, which is nice because I like having stuff. Up here is the always changing collage. As you know, I couldn't even keep it for 2 months before I changed it again. So we'll see how lucky you guys get if I end up changing this in like September. Over here is my dresser. It's not huge, but it still fits about like half of my clothes, so anything that folds easily is down in here in these 3 drawers. Don't worry about it too much, it's just some clothes. On top of my dresser, I've got a record player that I'm gonna get rid of eventually. I've got the book that I'm reading right now. I've got a disco ball and a lamp. The cool thing about this lamp is that it turns on and off by just tapping it, so like you can tap it anywhere and it just turns on and off, so that's fun. Over here is one of my jewelry holders. It's a clay cow with udders, and the udders hold the rings. The first time my dad saw that, he said it made him a little uncomfortable, and then the second time he saw it, he just laughed. So that tells you a little bit about our dynamic. So moving on from my dresser and all of its contents, you got my closet door with all of my baseball caps and sunglasses. Now, I wasn't always planning on painting this closet door, but then my mom and dad heavily encouraged it, and now I'm in a feud with them because I don't love the way it turned out, and I don't love that it was the last thing I finished and it was the first thing that started. This took forever to do and I still don't love it, so yeah, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I didn't like baseball caps, so things change. Over here is my closet. It's where I keep a lot of my clothes and other miscellaneous stuff. Don't ask. I think I might do a closet tour one of these days and just show you every single clothing item I've got in my closet. Maybe I'd even show you my tote bags and my shoes down there. Don't worry about it too much. Over here, this wall is definitely dedicated to music in some way. Over here's my acoustic guitar. It doesn't have a name. I know, a lot of you guys might be upset that my guitar doesn't have a name. But my other pathos does. This is Garfunkel, so we've got Simon and Garfunkel. Ha ha ha. Okay, so this is my piano. She's named Charlotte. I did name her. I got her from my grandparents. I kind of stole it, but you know, my grandpa helped me move it, so I don't think they're too bitter. Over here is a camera. that I got from a garage sale. It doesn't work, but it doesn't matter. Here are some mugs from London. I was in London earlier this summer, but I did not bring those mugs back with me. I found them by chance. Over here is my electric guitar. It still doesn't have a name either, but it's really pretty. I guess that brings us back around to where we started. So thanks for sticking around, even though you only had to watch like a 10-minute long video and I had to do this for like 10 hours. Well, until we meet again, I hope my room doesn't change too much because I spent a long time getting it to this point. That's probably gonna change. Bye!